Like fantasy?
Film.
Bye! What'd you fucking say?
Fantasy.
Film fight!
I still don't get it.
Fantasy. Fight!
We take the pick of the litter.
We take it in turns.
Someone just gotta go first.
And then?
The next person.
They just go round and round.
That's what
We call it
fantasy.
Fight. You win some, you lose some.
Anything can happen.
So?
Who are you going with?
Who you picking? Today.
Fantasy.
Film.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 53 of Fantasy Film Fights, the show where we take a random film topic and we draft it fantasy style. As always, beside me, my co-host, Mr. Tony Hill. Tony, how you doing today?
I am doing well. It's been a long week, it feels like already, but dear God, we're nearly halfway through. So
Yeah.
The weather's been terrible everywhere in the world, but it feels like calming down. And it's just like, and there's been a few bits and bobs going on. So apparently, some people have moved in with lions. Some people have moved in with criminals. Some of us have gone into space. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's why we have Alan on the show, because apparently 2 people have gone to the stars. So we just need him to explain it.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, well, guys, today we have a third installment in a series that we've been doing within Fantasy Film Fights. We are drafting movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score between 51% and 75%. Our panelists today, you should recognize them because they've been with us for the first 2 installments of this topic. We're going to kick it off over here. Mr. Ryan Permison, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. This is going to be fun. Third installment of this. That means we're making this a trilogy now, so that's exciting to me.
Yep.
Hopefully we can keep it that way, or not. Who knows? It's up to some guy named Tony backstage. But yeah, this is going to be fun. It's good to be here with this lovely panel of people. And congratulations on those of you who got drafted.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, down over here in the corner, if I can do this right. My former teammate who I'm going to miss so much, Anthony, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for this because I believe I'm 2-0 so far in this, but this is starting to get a little bit above my level of movies I like. So I have a list, and we are going to see what happens. I'm going to go for 3. I'm trying. I'm going to give it a shot.
Yep, we shall see what happens. Maybe the man below me will be the one to beat you this time. Alan, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, Peggy, I love your optimism, but we know that's not going to happen. We know I'm the man with the lists that everybody loves to go, what? That's my role here, and I'm happy to be here amongst all you notables. And to quote one of my favorite animated shows of all time, The Critic, because he used to say about a movie, it stinks. So what did I have to do to represent? I got Stinkor from He-Man, because, it stinks. There we go.
You always have some little embellishment or whatever. I love it. You always got your little figurines. All right, and then last but certainly not least, because the man went number 2 in the Schmodown draft recently, Mr. Amaru Moses. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. It's been a long day, so I'm very happy to be on here to try to relax. And as much as Alan's lists are always like what. He always tends to get 1 from me. So I'm trying to see what 1 or vice versa that I steal from him. I'm always happy to be back on stream with this man and all of you lovely people.
Yeah. And the twist today is I am not drafting along with you guys today. It's Tony drafting along. So I don't got to worry about the whole draft order thing. But Tony, how do we go about draft order here?
Well, the way that it's going to go is that Peggy has been spending all week thinking of questions. She's actually formulated an idea. She didn't have to think of it 2 minutes before the show.
Yeah. I didn't hop on the street and go, oh, damn, I don't even have a question.
I've done that. So why do you think I have those glasses?
Right?
Yeah, I do like the bond.
No, unfortunately, I don't have. Well, yeah. If you want, you're the one who explained it. Go ahead. Sorry.
The way it works is that Peggy's got a question with a numerical answer. Whoever gets closest to the answer gets to decide draft order. Who gets to go first, who gets stuck in the middle, and who takes it in the rear.
Lovely explanation as always, Tony. But all right. So, question posed to you guys that I came up with at the very last minute. I got a book for Christmas. All right. The Oral History of Days and Confused. This book has 441 pages in it, including the index. I'm going to open up to a random page closest to it. Gets to pick the draft order. Picking a page now. And I'm going to, this side page. It'll be, I'll give you, it's an even number. I'll give you that.
Okay, change the number.
I don't know what that means.
It's a
Trying to see
page
how thick
number.
that is to figure this out.
Shout out to Melissa Mayerts who wrote this. Apparently, I haven't read it yet, but it's on the list to do things.
I look forward to hearing your review on that book.
Well, I love the movie, so.
So do I. It's one of my all-time favorites. So good picks.
Sorry, I couldn't get my words out. I think Jake Meltzer read that book recently and he said he really enjoyed it. So
Nice.
it was either him or Scott Harvey. I get those two confused.
Jake finished
quite a
it
lot.
3 days ago.
Oh, sweet.
There you go.
Post-it.
All right, everyone got a number down.
Yeah, on my post-it notes, I got a number. Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll start with Tony. Go around. Tony, what'd you write?
All right, I went 382.
382. Rue?
Make sure I don't give anything away. 278.
278. Alan, how about yourself?
76.
76. Anthony?
202.
202. And then Ryan.
I meant to say 266, but I said 265 by accident.
That's all right.
Ryan doesn't know
265.
what an even number is.
Yeah.
The page I
I know
opened
what an
to.
even number is. I got caught up.
Page I opened to. Page 198. Anthony. Anthony wins.
Wow.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Actually, I really wanted to win this one.
Of course you do.
You've done so it's up to you. Who's going first? Who's going last? How are you setting the order?
I feel like my number one overall that Alan's not. No, I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm gonna go first. Not risking it. Rue is gonna go number 2 because that just makes sense. Come on. Then we're gonna go. I want to see Alan steal something from Rue right before him, so we're gonna go Alan. Then we'll go Ryan. Then Tony.
All right.
At least I'm not dead last.
So just to confirm, it's Anthony, Rue, Alan, Ryan, Tony.
Correct.
All right. With that said,
I'm so happy I'm not dead.
I'm pretty
Anthony-
sure. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure ARART is a type of Star Wars thing. I don't know.
Close.
I've got some faction mates I can ask about that later. All right, Anthony, you're officially on the clock. What is your first overall pick for movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score between 51 and 75?
All right, this was very difficult. I was between 2, but if anyone has watched this exact thing, the Rotten Tomatoes one, they know what actor I always pick number 1. And this movie, I have no idea how it's under a 75%, because it is one of the best representations this actor has done. It was fantastic. It's a great movie, and King Kong ain't got shit on me. I'm going Tuesday with the number 1 pick. How is this under 75%? This movie is brilliant. And I saw that at 73%, and I was like, I got to get this. I'm scared someone might take it. And I know I've stolen a couple Denzel from Rue, and I was stealing this one from him as well.
Is that true, Rue? Did he steal this one off your list?
He did not. I saw it, and I've been going through I was going through the 51 to 75, and it was a lot of movies I talk about a lot. So y'all are gonna actually hear a lot of different choices today. I definitely saw it, and I was like, somebody will pick it up. But I'm good. I'm gonna let this one slide.
All right,
Brilliant pick.
All right. What about the rest of you? Any of you guys have this one on your list?
I did not. I did not.
I
have
did
this on
not,
my
but
list.
I love the movie.
Man, could have waited on that one, Tony.
If I'm going legit what I really want to pick, just because off of that, Training Day would definitely be on there.
Gotcha.
Good first pick though, Anthony.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely one of Denzel's greatest.
Tony really just tried to slide that he has never seen this.
I said in the background, hoping no one would notice. But yeah.
I noticed.
Wow.
Oh, you gotta see this movie. It's so freaking good.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, you got to put it on the to-do list.
Definitely one of the best films of its respective genre for sure.
Yes, I was just saying, Garth, you're right. I have no idea how in the world the people on Rankum left this.
That was a mistake.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's a good point, man. How can you leave off Training Day? How dare you?
Malcolm, what are you doing?
I know, seriously, Malcolm.
I will add it to the list to watch this week for the FPP challenge.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. That's
There you
fair.
go.
Yeah, and you guys all know my love for Ethan Hawke, so you know I love this movie.
You love Ethan Hawke?
No.
No, not at all.
Never mentioned it.
I never heard of Ethan Hawke. I've heard of Jesse.
Not a fan of his work whatsoever. Anyways, let's move on. Rue, you're up. What you got?
All right. As I mentioned, I have a good list of really great movies and really not like okay movies, but I love. But again, I've talked about these a lot, so I'm gonna start like bringing up some movies that maybe don't get enough love, and at least not enough love out of my mouth. Now, if Peggy was picking this week, she might have gotten mad that I had stolen this from her. But this is one of my favorite comedies growing up as a kid, and there's a specific scene with a audio workout that I laughed at every single time. It has Kevin Kline. It has Dillon. It has Matt Dillon, and I absolutely love this film. It's In and Out. In and Out. The scene where he puts the workout video in, and the guy is calling him a pansy and yelling at him. I fell out as a kid every single time watching that movie. It is just the cutest, greatest. It's a great film. It's a great film.
Yeah, as much as I love Ethan Hawke, I love Kevin Kline more. So I'm just curious, does anybody have this one on their list?
I never even heard of it.
What?
Oh, it's a
What?
It's
a great film.
Never
it's
heard
a really
of it.
great film. Yeah,
I am too, Jake. Damn.
I remember seeing this in the theater, and I too, Rue, fell out during that particular scene. There's a lot of scenes, and Kevin Kline is excellent in this film. It's a really fun movie. Yeah, definitely a watch.
I did not have it on my list, but I really do. It is a good movie. I saw it once. It was a while ago, but I really enjoyed it.
I had it on my list, and I think it's a really important film. So I normally go on my little gay tirade saying, "Oh, how movies are bad." And stuff. In and Out is one of these movies that gets so underrated for the importance of what it did, because it has this 12-second kiss between Kevin Kline and Tom Selleck. That was massive in the 90s. That was a very important moment for LGBTQ. So that movie, A, is very funny. It's one of Frank Oz's finest, and B, it should be up there with as pushed as something even greater.
Nice. Solid first pick from Rue.
Also, just
Shocker.
quickly, even though it's pretty what Chris Evans is Christina. No. It's more of a talent thing than a sexual thing for me. I think Christina's is more of a. Sorry, Anthony, but it's the same.
I'm aware. I look at it every time she's on the screen. I know. I get thrown to the background every time that a Captain America movie comes on.
I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating crackers. I'll give you that.
I wouldn't.
All right. Anyway, let's get this back on the rails a little bit. Alan. Oh wait, no. Who am I asking? Not even further. What you got?
On the rails. Oh no. Actually, I was really scared Rue was going to steal this one from me, and I'm shocked because the Tomatometer on this one is 67%. And as soon as Rue said comedy, I thought, oh, he's got it. The greatest comedy of all time.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
I mean, right there.
It's the most quotable film of all time. It's absolutely one of the best Arsenio Eddie duos. It's a flawless movie. I think the perfect movie. People have talked about Back to the Future being the perfect film. Oh no, Coming to America, perfect film, beginning, middle, and end. Epic, beautiful, greatest scenes ever. Love it. I can't say enough good things about this movie.
What do you know from Funny, you bastard?
Exactly.
What is that, Velvet?
Yes.
That's what I quoted when I got drafted by the
Nice. Yeah. Everybody quotes from this film. I quote it at least, I'm not kidding, once a week, at least. Because it's just absolutely perfection. And I'm super nervous about the sequel, I'm not gonna lie.
The full trailer just dropped today, and everyone's coming back. I mean, you saw glimpses of them doing characters that you didn't see in the teaser trailer. Just like, ooh, I hope this works. But I mean,
I hope it does too.
Everyone, you're right. Everyone does quote this movie. I mean, Rue almost had a team name after it. Almost happened.
Extra chocolate. Shout out to Ryan.
I'm still trying to get Ryan to use that name for his new teammate.
Now, do it.
He's got it.
I concur. Just do it.
Right. But yeah, this probably, if I had been playing along, this probably would have been my number one off the board. I didn't actually really look too hard at the list, unfortunately, for this one. I've been a little busy, but yeah, this one's in the middle of, yeah, it would definitely have been high up on my list, if not number one. Ryan, Anthony, was this on your list?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Wait, what?
What?
Hold on a second.
I know.
Wait,
I know,
yeah,
I know.
please shame this man. Shame this man. Boo this man. Boo this man.
Oh, do not pass go. Do not collect
I know what it is. I know exactly what it's about, but I have yet to see it. I'm sorry.
No,
Right.
you don't. No, you don't.
Well, I mean, I know the general
You cannot make
synopsis
that
of the film,
claim.
I just haven't seen it.
Right, can you make us promise that you'll watch this movie by this time next week, and so we can have your review?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before number 2 comes out. How about that? Before
Yeah,
number 2 comes
at
out.
least.
That's all
For
like
the love of
March.
God.
That's like March
I am
5th, I
low-key
think.
Okay,
jealous.
I will do my best. That's all I
I'm
can
low-key
say.
jealous Ryan gets to experience it for the first time.
Right?
Right? Actually,
But,
that's a pretty good point.
Yeah, this was the first thing I wrote down on my board, and then I think also Tony's post of what's been picked so many times and the movies that I was like, I've talked about this enough. You know what? Let somebody else pick it. So you're welcome.
No, thank you, sir. I'll take it.
That's a great pick. It's on my list. So that's just a fantastic pick.
Yeah. Agreed. Solid pick from Alan.
I've done 2 lists of ones that I want to shame Rotten Tomatoes for having like too low down. Then one of just like, oh yeah, these are the best films on the list. Coming to America was on both of these lists.
That's fair. That's fair. I understand it. That's cool. All right. Over to Ryan. What you got for your first overall?
Well, you know, I wanted to go against the grain and pick movies that no one saw coming and just kind of stay away from some familiar titles that people may have heard me say once or twice on different shows on different channels. But you know what? The other 4 picks, I will do my best to do that. But for my first pick right out of the gate, I can't not pick this. I got to pick it because grew up watching this movie. It's my favorite film of this respective director. There are 5 films that have been influential in its respective genre, and this one is certainly one of them. I grew up watching this movie so many times on VHS. I broke the VHS tape because I loved it so much, and I still do to this day. It's 30 plus years old. I don't care. It's my favorite featuring this character, but I don't think it's the best. Favorite and best is 2 separate things. So let me just preface, by saying that. But you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Gotta go with Tim Burton's Batman, the very first one, 1989. It's endlessly quotable. It is so rewatchable. I love it to pieces, 100%. If I'm going to get a Hot Toys statue one day, I would want Michael Keaton's Batman sitting on my shelf. Such a great actor, such a great job he played Bruce Wayne, played a great Batman in my opinion, and everybody in the movie was so good. The only thing I would have dialed back on in this movie is there was way too much screaming from the damsel in distress known as Vicky Vale. As much as I love Kim Basinger in this movie, it's like, honey, way too much screaming. Way too much. But then again, it was a different era, it was a different time, things were different back then. Tim Burton probably wanted to amp up the screaming wattage, so he said, hey, Kim, just keep screaming. Every time someone shows up unexpectedly, just scream. And when someone's coming at you, grab a bowl of popcorn so you can throw it in their face if they come any closer. Whatever. Put that aside. I love it. Batman 89, first one out of the gate. That's it.
I will say to this day, Keaton is still my favorite Batman.
There you go.
Yes. Concur.
Anyone else have this on their list?
I had it. It was like later on the list, and I'm actually a little surprised, Ryan. I mean, it's close enough to 90s, I guess. I expected him to go like 90s, maybe one outside the decade, 90s. But I think it's close enough to count it as 90s, so it makes sense. But I had it on my list. I didn't know if I was going to pick it early, but it's a great Batman.
It's great.
It's the best Batman film. It's not the best film starring Batman because that will forever be The Dark Knight. But it's the best one with like the whole Batman theology and everything about it. Whereas Dark Knight takes it more into like a Nolan-esque film rather than a Batman film.
Yeah.
I think
has a Rotten Tomato meter of 71%. So there you go.
I think I can't remember whether or not I saw it as a child, but I was only like 1. And Batman Returns is the earliest one I remember watching. Yeah. So I'm gonna say my first time really watching this film was this year. And it's great.
Oh wow! Wow!
I might have seen it as a baby in the theater, but
yeah.
I was not even 1 year old by then.
Okay.
Thanks for making some of us here feel dated, Brew. Thanks.
Right.
No, definitely a solid pick. Batman 89 is off the board. Tony, time to close out round one. What you got?
Okay, so from my list, I've got ones that I've too laid down, but should be like 20, 30 points higher. This one is one of my favorite films of all time, without exaggeration or anything like that. I adore this film. I watch it almost yearly. It's a fantastic. I spoke earlier about how Dark Knight is the best film featuring Batman. This film, I don't give a shit about the Joker. This film is the best film featuring Heath Ledger. I give you Paul Bettany's finest hour. I give you Mark Rylance' favorite hour, A Knight's Tale.
Oh, I just saw that for the first time last year.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed, especially all the speeches that Paul Bettany's character gives to introduce the main character. I mean, the speech he gives towards the end of the movie, and then he says at the very tail end of it, "God, I'm good." Like that. Come on.
It's the first thing I've ever seen Paul Bettany in, and I've never seen it since. That was on my list, but it was another one like somebody else will pick it. I absolutely love this film to death. Alan Tudyk is hilarious.
Alan Tudyk.
Yes,
Dude, he wants to
film.
fight somebody every 5 minutes in that movie.
Everybody is hilarious in this film. It's absolutely great. And yes, Jake, Shannon Sossaman is a very beautiful woman.
Is that the love interest in this one?
Is that the love interest?
Yeah, she was like in everything for like a year and a half, and then
a year and a half, she disappeared.
He was cute in this movie, man.
Yeah, in everything, gone. Never see her again.
Yeah,
that 40 Days, 40 Nights. I forget what else, but yeah.
Wow, good job in that movie, though.
Yeah, I should say thank you very much to Caro, because it was like he was the inspiration for me picking it first, because it was like low down my list, and it was like, oh, you saw it today. I should probably get this before anyone else thinks about this.
Oh, well, damn you.
It's a fun movie about jousting. I like it.
I wanted that.
A fun movie about jousting.
It is. It's cool.
That's such a good pick. That is
It's also weird for a film that it's over 2 hours, but it just goes so fast, and you could have like another 30 minutes on it, and just like it will still feel fast.
Good soundtrack too.
Yeah, that's very true. And a solid way to close out round one. So Tony,
Knight's Tale.
That's all
I
me.
saw that last year.
Tony, give us a recap while you try to quickly brainstorm what your number 2 pick's going to be.
Absolutely. Okay, so Anthony went first this round. He went with Training Day. Amaru went second. He went In and Out. Alan went third with Coming to America. Batman went with Ryan 89.
Okay.
Ryan went with Batman 89, and I went with A Knight's Tale.
Batman 89.
Ryan 89. Got it.
Ryan 89.
Ryan 89.
There you go.
All right, Tony, we're back at you. You got one in the.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the one that I just want to talk about, because it's so when I did the Thanksgiving multiple choice maelstrom last year, I watched quite a few Tom Hanks I've never touched before. This one I put on expecting it to be a film where I just sit back and I'll have one eye on it. I'll just do like emails and stuff for the rest of it. It's fine. I'll pick a question out of it. No, it's a great Tom Hanks film. I'm sorry to Saving Private Ryan. I'm sorry to all these other films. This film is a marvelous masterpiece, and the dog is the greatest dog in the history of cinema.
Oh my God!
What did you pick?
Turner and Hooch.
Oh man.
Man, I feel like you could have held off
I haven't seen that in like forever.
Yeah, you could have held off on that one, brother.
I could have.
Wentz over there.
I just want to talk about Turner and Hooch. But it just like
It is Tom Hanks, so.
And it's also Reginald Val Johnson just in between Die Hard 1 and 2 playing another cop, and you just like,
oh God,
more.
I forgot he's in that damn movie.
That.
I did too.
Jeez, that's how long it's been since I've seen Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a hot minute, Tony.
Wow.
Craig T. Nelson as well as the boss and stuff. It's just
Oh, Zeke Braverman's in this? Holy cow.
I highly recommend if anyone.
Dude, if you haven't seen the TV series Parenthood, get on it.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, Zeke Braverman is Craig T. Nelson's character.
Yeah, dude. Parenthood on NBC back a couple years back.
Oh, I loved it. One of the best endings of a series too, I think.
It was really good. Really good. It was emotional, but it was good.
Well,
I still think
I gotta
Craig T.
really
Nelson
swing low to
coached
get lower
for
than that, Tony.
Yes, Parenthood references. Yes, great show.
The Family Stone.
Team Braverman.
So I guess I could have waited.
But yeah, you probably could have waited because I'm guessing nobody had this on their list. Did anyone?
No. What was the Rotten Tomato meter for this film, by the way?
What was the score? 52.
52. 52. Wow. Okay.
Tony really likes Turner and Hooch. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot more than most people I know.
Well, Ryan, let's see what your next pick is. We're over to you.
Already? Jeez. All right. So, all right. Went the comic book route. Where should we go? You know what? Forget it. I'm going for it. Listen, I did a rewatch of one of the films in this franchise, and then the sequel was the first time I saw that respective sequel. But the third one in this franchise, I grew up watching. It was my introduction to this character and this universe. Okay.
No.
And I got to tell you, when you got two guys driving a New York City cab, having to go 90 blocks in 30 minutes in New York traffic, it could be double. And you got Uncle Scar as your main villain. Your main villain, Jeremy freaking Irons, calling the shots with a game called Simon Says. Okay?
Got that in here.
And he really puts the word Simon in Simon Says, ladies and gentlemen. He does it very, very well.
Better
I
than
gotta go
what
with Die Hard with a Vengeance is where I'm going with this, because to me, it's my favorite installment of the franchise. It is the funniest. It is so rewatchable. Every time they're driving through New York in that cab, I can't help myself but bust a gut laughing because of how many great one-liners that are being shared between McClane and Zeus. It's Zeus. You know? Sam Jackson. Oh my God. Like, I mean, when he says, "Where the hell are you going, McClane? Will you calm down? I know what I'm doing." Not even God knows what you're doing. Like, come on. And Scar as your main villain is just too good to pass up, and it has a 59%.
Ooh.
59%. That is ridiculous. This action comedy should be much higher than 59%. But other than that, we're going Die Hard with a Vengeance, ladies and gentlemen.
Ryan, somehow you and I had the exact same trajectory with Die Hard. Die Hard was the first one I ever saw.
Yes.
And it's my favorite. Then I saw Die Hard, and I actually don't think I've seen Die Hard 2 yet.
I saw it for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I absolutely love this film. I didn't see it was on there. I might have gone away from my strategy and just picked Die Hard with a Vengeance. Love it to death. Great pick.
Well, you just stole my next one directly. Just stole it. Just took it out.
Wow, the first draft.
It is the best Die Hard film. It's an action film that I watch every year. I absolutely think this is one of the best action movies of all time. The greatest, McClane, as far as the duo of those two, is just absolutely brilliant. It's a fantastic film that never gets old for me, ever.
Nice. I gotta admit, I haven't seen it in a while. I might need to give it a rewatch.
Oh, you really should.
Yes.
Rue, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on Die Hard 2, because I just saw it a couple weeks ago. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And I did a rewatch of the original movie known as Die Hard. I actually enjoyed it a little bit more this time around. So, yeah. Good stuff. I had myself a little Die Hard marathon. It was fun.
Sweet.
Nice.
Die Hard 2 is a distant third for me. It's like,
it's not as good as the first one, and it's definitely nowhere near as good as Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Hard is like the perfect action film. Die Hard with a Vengeance is just as weird, one of the most brilliant buddy cop comedies there is.
Yeah. Sorry, Alan. Took your pick.
It's all right, brother. It's all right.
I went comic book route, and I wanted to go an action adventure route, so I went with Die Hard.
Yeah, that's a great choice. I do not blame you, sir.
Yeah.
We'll find out what was next up on Alan's list, because Alan, we're over to you.
Well, since you left the comic book route, I'll pick up that route with my second favorite comic book film ever. I saw this in the theater, I think 6 times in a week, every day the week, and I took Sunday off because I absolutely love this movie, and it's got one of my favorite lines from any comic book film. Some motherfuckers are just always trying to ice skate uphill. That would be the original Blade. The original Blade. Yeah. I love it. It is brilliant. It is Wesley in his most ass-kicking. And I'm sorry, but this movie influenced the Matrix films.
Yeah.
Everybody always talk about the Matrix and blah, 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 blah. This movie came first. This movie influenced all they did. And it's just brilliant. The opening sequence with Blade's intro. Oh my God. Every single part. The Blood Rain is amazing. And one of the first DVDs I bought. And when you see the blood, you know, it's just absolutely.
Dude, that opening scene in the club, that song that's playing in the background,
everything about it is
good.
perfect. It's
so
perfect.
Good.
The way it's shot is perfect. Blade, when he smiles after he throws the thing and catches it, just grin. Oh my God!
It's the Daywalker.
It's him. Oh, cool. Love it.
I
actually had that on my list. Full disclosure, I did.
Yes.
I had that on my list. 56% on Rotten Tomatoes for Blade.
56.
That's wrong.
Yeah. Those numbers should be way higher for the first Blade. That's my favorite Blade movie.
Way higher.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
It's the best. Oh, it's the best.
I did like the Ryan Reynolds Jessica Biel one. Was that Blade?
That would be Blade Trinity.
Trinity. No, Trinity, you can go away.
No, I enjoyed the original Blade the most. Sorry, guys. Blade 2, but Blade 1 is so good.
Blade 2,
I'm with you, Ryan. Blade 2,
This is a conversation for another day.
Yes.
All right, this is. We can go all day.
We can have another debate.
That's right.
I'll debate the crap out of that.
Good pick, man.
Solid job, bet. Rue, over to you, sir.
All right. Anthony mentioned him. Denzel. So this has decided where I'm going to take this film. I think this is one of the most underrated Denzel films ever. It is very entertaining. It is very rewatchable. And I think it's the only thing Jim Caviezel really was able to do after Passion of the Christ. Deja Vu.
Deja Vu.
I love Deja Vu. I didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it the first time on TV, and then it's one of those movies. Deja Vu's on. Well, I know what I'm doing for the next 2 hours. It's a great film. Not enough people talk about it. I love it. Yeah, it's great. That's all I gotta say.
Another good Denzel movie.
I've never seen it, so
it's good. It's good.
It's like it's not really like what you would expect. Like, but I really enjoyed. Like, it was kind of more fun than a normal Denzel movie. It kind of took it to a different place. But
Iceman's in it. Val Kilmer's in it. It's one of the last films he did until his health issues came about.
Yep.
Denzel time travels.
Yeah,
he does. And he's got who's the love interest? Is it Paula Patton that I'm thinking of?
It is Paula Patton.
Yeah, Paula
Not necessarily a love interest, but yeah, she's in it.
Only reason I didn't have this on my list is because I knew I was taking Trinity first. If it was
no.
Denzel again. I did that last time.
Deja Vu? Unexpected, but good. Yeah, good pick.
Jonathan, don't you dare! The Little Things was trash.
Thank you.
Don't ruin it for me.
Don't
ruin it for me. No spoilers.
3 times trying to watch it the night.
No.
It's trash.
Rude.
And
No
the fact that
spoilers,
Jared Leto got nominated for a Gold, what is wrong with him? But I'm done.
That's a Golden Globe, though. You know?
I'm with you, Rue.
Haven't seen The Little Things yet. No spoilers.
Oh, don't.
It's crap.
I still want to see it.
He'll take a million little micro naps during it.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, so Rue takes Deja Vu. All right, Anthony, over to you.
This was the other one I was going to go first. Tony 100% knows what I'm about to pick. And if anyone knows me, they know what I'm about to pick. Because this is one of the best sort of ensemble action adventure movies you can possibly imagine. Because you get Dave Chappelle, you get John Malkovich, you get Danny Trejo, you get John Cusack, and wait, who stars in this? Oh, it's Nick Cage. Because you're going to put the bunny back in the box. Obviously, I am taking Con Air. I was worried this might not make. I think Tony already had this written in there before I even started talking. But I love this movie's fantastic. The comedy in this movie is great. The action in this movie is great. John Malkovich takes this to like step 11, just being over the top villainy.
11.
It's awesome. So this was my worry. Someone was going to take this in between there, but. Thank you for giving me my Nick Cage pick. It's Con Air. I feel much better now. I can relax.
Yeah,
I thought this was what you were talking about when you said, you know what, I'm going to pick number 1. I thought Con Air was it.
Well, I had to. I mean, come on. I've gone Denzel 1. I had to go Denzel 1 again.
Right.
I'm just glad Connor got back around to you because I figured you would pitch a fit.
Oh, I would have walked off screen. I'm gone. I would exit out stage left. I'm out.
Now, did everyone just decide not to include it on their list because they knew Anthony would try to eventually take it?
It didn't occur to me. I didn't even put it on my list. Didn't even think of it.
It was the same thing. I was like, well, there goes Anthony's. I'm going to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Didn't even occur to me.
There was 2 Nick Cage films that I saw and just like, no, that's Anthony. I'm just going to leave it off. I'm like,
exactly.
writing it down.
Hey, he's a man who knows what he likes. Nothing wrong with being a little bit predictable. I'm kind of that way
I was
too.
about to say, if anyone could talk.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I'm kind of that way too.
Yeah, that was my call pick.
That's what I like. There's nothing wrong with that. And with that, we close out round 2. Tony, recap time. Woohoo! Burning through
Absolutely. Okay, so for round 2, I went first. Now, I'm the cinematic masterpiece of Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, sure.
I will fight anybody. Find me a better man and dog movie.
More than me.
Ooh, that's a good challenge. That's a good challenge.
Next
My
Friday,
dogs,
with
yep.
Chico.
Are you sure you're not just talking about Aaron J there with next Friday with Chico?
That's part of it.
Fair. All right, Ryan went next. He went with Die Hard with a Vengeance. Alan went with Blade. Rue went with Deja Vu. And Anthony went with Con Air.
And back to Anthony we go. Kick off round 3. Anthony, what you thinking?
I'm super happy. I got my top 3 picks. Ryan worried me when he started talking about the third movie in the trilogy, even though this is technically not really the third. It's kind of the sequel to the sequel. And this is one of my favorite horror franchises that there is. But this movie kind of cuts back on the horror, adds into the comedy and the slapstick a little bit, and you have the man Bruce Campbell starring as Ash Williams in Army of Darkness. I love this movie. I think it's hilarious. I can watch it over and over again. It's ridiculously quotable. It's over the top. It's everything I want in a horror movie and a Bruce Campbell movie. It just took Evil Dead 2, which was great, and then just made it ridiculous. And I love it. This is a movie that will always be top tier for me.
I say
this is the movie on my list. Oh, this is the movie on my list that I said if anybody steals it, much love to them because they got to have affection for this film. And I knew it would be you. Because yes, this is another film that I watch quite often, at least every 1 or 2 years, because it's perfect. It's hilarious. It's exciting. It's fun. I cannot wait till my kids are a little bit older so I can show them that it's a little too young yet. But as far as quotability, as far as rewatchability, it's just absolutely brilliant and fun. And I know that you've been following or watching the Ash vs. Evil Dead series.
Obviously.
I mean, my God.
Yeah.
And so because that series takes its cue from this one, not so much the first 2. Yeah. So it's just absolute genius and well done, my friend. Thank you. Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm pretty sure you just kind of supplanted your winning the vote later today with this pick.
Yep.
This is very similar to Die Hard. This is the only one of the Evil Dead series I've ever seen. It's the first one I've seen. I didn't even know there was an Evil Dead before Army of Darkness. I love this film. It is hilarious. It is brilliant, and it started my love of Bruce Campbell. Yes.
Dude, it's so good.
Interesting.
Ryan, have you not seen this film?
I've never seen an Evil Dead movie.
Army of Darkness is the one. It's the one.
It is, yes. It's the one.
You don't really need to see Evil Dead 2 to understand Army of Darkness.
No, you don't. But you still watch Evil Dead 2.
I'm in the same boat. I've not watched any of the Evil Dead films.
Yeah. Never seen any of them.
I'm pretty sure everybody's told you this one is not scary.
No, I know.
It's not scary. No. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I think when I was first given Tucker and Dale versus Evil to watch, I went in thinking it was going to be scary. And like, no, it's not scary.
Oh,
no. Army of Darkness is even less scary than that.
Yeah.
All right. So Anthony takes Army of Darkness over to Amaru.
All right. Usually when I do these, I try to go with like different movies each time. This is technically a romantic comedy, but it's a different romantic comedy, and it's one of my favorite romantic comedies ever. It has probably one of my favorite rappers ever, and it's just an ode to hip hop, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar is a romantic comedy.
It is.
Tanaa Lathan.
Wow.
And it is something that nobody really ever thinks about. It's like it is just a brilliant movie, a brilliant ode to hip hop. It's hilarious. It's sweet. It has one of the best endings in terms of like asking somebody to go out ever. Queen Latifah is hilarious. Most Def can act in anything, and he is great. And yeah, if you have not seen Brown Sugar, if you like Love and Basketball, if you have not seen Brown Sugar,
this is why
immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight if I can find it.
Immediately.
I'm watching it tonight if I can find it.
Yes, it's great. It's absolutely great.
Is it on the stream?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna look.
I think I've heard of this movie, but I've never seen it.
I don't think it's on a stream.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just never saw it.
Of quick.
I mean, heck, I haven't even seen Love and Basketball.
Oh, that's good.
See this one instead.
If you like
Brown Sugar's better.
If you like Love and Basketball, you will love Brown Sugar.
Yeah, it's
no
bad.
pun intended. Okay,
so good.
I will definitely be checking that out. Guys, no, not on your list. Assuming just
no,
but good
Ghost Rider Pattern is
oh
full.
my god,
Got nothing.
I haven't seen this one in a while, but the good choice, good pick.
And Aaron, the rest of my picks are gonna be like I don't think anybody's taking, so that's why it's going.
Yeah, no, you pick with your heart. Who cares what everybody else is up to? You pick with your heart. Man. I love it.
Just quickly,
you should be doing this game.
Brown Sugar is on DirecTV, Cinemax, and Amazon, and Max Go.
Nice.
Cool.
That'll be my late night watch before I go to sleep tonight, and I will report back to you, Rue, in the morning. My thoughts on said movie because I'm legitimately watching it tonight, later on tonight. All right, Brown Sugar goes to Rue. Alan, you're up.
All right. If Anthony stamped his "I win this" with Army of Darkness, I'm gonna stamp my "There's no way in hell I'm winning this" with this pick. This pick, I personally love this movie. I'm super shocked. It has even a 65%. I mean, I think it should be higher, but I'm an eclectic taste. It should be way lower. This film is the most offensive film I think I've ever seen, which is why I love it so much. It's a musical. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but this one, my God. There's one song that I literally have on my mix as I go to work every day, and I'll just do it every day because I love it. I tried to do it at karaoke one night. It didn't work because no one ever heard of it and knew what was happening. It is a trauma film. So the offensiveness, obviously, is just going to happen. It's one of Lloyd Kaufman's best directed films. This would be Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Oh, yes.
Yep, there's the Allen pick. I've been waiting for it for 3 rounds.
Yeah,
Here it is.
This is the one.
Tony,
This is the one.
Tony, you have to create some type of graphic for this man. There's
You
got
have
to be
to.
something
Dude,
next time.
you thought
The DVD cover alone is offensive and disgusting. It's horrible. I love this so much. It's one of my most. It has a scene. It's hard to make me retch and kind of go, oh God. But there's a scene in a bathroom that is absolutely horrifyingly, disturbingly disgusting, and it's beautiful. I absolutely love it.
All right. So I've got the poster here.
There it is. Bring it up.
As Alan
Oh,
said,
no.
if you're very squirmish, turn away now.
Peggy, close your eyes.
Peggy, close your eyes. You might have to. Boom.
Nice.
There it is.
As someone with a phobia of chickens, dear God, this is my nightmare come to life.
This is amazing.
Oh, yes,
Not
it is.
bad.
If
Oh,
you have a phobia of chickens, don't even get close to watching this. If you have a phobia of good taste, don't even get close to watching this. I mean, it's really, really, absolutely brilliant. I love
I
it
mean, you
so
said
much.
phobia of good taste, so I'm obviously going to watch this movie.
Yeah, you might have to watch this movie.
I love the trajectory Alan's going. Coming to America, Blade.
Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Such an Alan list.
There it is.
I mean, it was like so good for a second. I was like, oh man, he's really coming to play today. Guys. We're back. I love it. It's perfect.
I got
Yeah,
it.
All is right with the world once again.
I was worried. I was worried.
Let me try and put this on the.
I never even heard of this movie.
Ah,
I've actually heard of it.
Of course you haven't. It's free on YouTube.
Okay.
That will not be the one I'm watching.
Wow, it's so good. You can stream it for free on YouTube. That's okay. That's a great marketing endorsement.
Get art to the people. Get art to the people. That's it.
I've got the synopsis here for you. Zombified chickens attempt to kill the fast food workers that cook them in a restaurant built on ancient burial ground.
Of course, there's a burial ground. Of
Well,
course.
Sure.
Why is Bill, I know why Bill's not in the chat, but this sounds like a Bill special. Like Bill,
100% Bill.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Bill is somewhere very upset in life and just now
Bill, yeah.
just smile and just like
Yeah, he doesn't know why. He doesn't know why, but he feels it.
Something's wrong.
Right, just the day's piling on for him, unfortunately.
I need now to get Alan unearthed and swap it around so
Of
Alan
course.
gives the movie to Bill. That is the plan.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely has to happen.
Make it happen.
Yes, for sure. All right, so since I don't think anyone else really can comment on that one, we're just gonna press on and go over to Ryan. Ryan's third pick. What you got?
Well, I'm definitely not going to be able to top that one. Yeah, because all my picks are nothing compared to what we just heard a few moments ago. Good Lord Almighty. I'm sorry. But anyway, I really want to stick to different genres. It's hard for me to stay away from certain genres I'm a big fan of, but what the hey. All right, so this probably isn't going to win me any points with the people watching this. I'm probably not going to get any votes after the poll goes up. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But listen, I like this movie for what it is. Even though it's a formula that's been used so many times over, and it has a really good cast at the heart of it, and it's a good holiday film. I think it's my favorite. Honestly, I think it's probably my favorite film from this director before the issues with a certain director came up. And it stars Nick Cage and Taya Leone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
And I got to tell you, there's a scene in this movie where I start to cry because you feel for these characters and you want it to work, but they're having kind of, he's in a completely different world and he doesn't know where he's at. And Taya Leone's like, we've been married for so long. We had these kids. I thought you wanted all this. What is it with you? Is this not enough for you? And he wants to go to the city, work on Wall Street, all this other stuff. If you have not seen The Family Man starring Nicolas Cage, Taya Leone, like, honestly, I know you probably think I'm living on a distant galaxy right now, and that's fine. I'll be in the minority. That's fine.
I am absolutely with you on this pick. I love the
But
Family
look,
Man.
listen to me. This film is so good. It's so underrated. No one talks about it. Probably only 5 people in this world have ever heard of it. But if you get an opportunity, watch The Family Man. It may look, the numbers may say 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, but don't let that fool you. Okay? Don't let that fool you, because when you sit down and watch this movie and really understand it for what it is and what it's trying to tell you, like it'll get you in the feels at certain points in the movie. I'm just saying. Maybe not every single scene, but it will get you in the feels in certain parts. But other than that, yeah, you can all laugh at me. It's fine. I knew I was going to get some laughs. Probably
I don't know what's laughing at. No, I love The Family Man. I think it's a very, very underrated Don Cheadle performance as
It's
like the
so
guardian
good.
angel. And
Yeah,
what I
as
want to
the
know,
angel, yeah.
I forgot he's in that.
yeah, but what I want to know, what happens to Annie and Josh? Do they just never exist? Do they end up getting together and then they exist down the line? Like, I want to know what happens to Annie and Josh, the kids. Like, I don't know.
We have a house in Jersey.
That's-
Yeah, you know that. It's good. Like
At the end, I'm just like, so
Yeah.
they're never going to exist, and that's just
No. I think they will, because what happens at the end of the film, I think it leads into that. But I don't want to ruin it for the millions of people who are watching this broadcast. But
it's
still,
basically it's a modern day retelling of It's a Wonderful Life. It's basically what
but watch The Family Man. Give it a chance. I know there's a couple people on this panel probably never even heard of it, much less seen it. But seriously, give it a watch.
Family Man is pretty cool, but you mentioned it, and Don Cheadle's like my favorite actor. So you said that, I was like, yep, there we go. Don Cheadle, that's what I remember from it. I remember he was a badass in that. So nice pick. I like it.
He's good. He's good in the movie. He absolutely is.
I mean, it's a pick. It's a good pick, but there are 2 other Nick Cage movies that are better in this world.
Hey, man! I already picked one of the Nick Cage films from one of our previous installments of this trilogy.
Well, true.
That's all right. No,
True.
I'm not
True.
hating on the pick at all. I adore The Family Man because it's kind of a rom-com. So, anyways, Tony, have you seen this one? Yeah, you've seen this one, right?
I have not seen The Family Man.
You would
Check
like
it out,
it.
man.
I will give it a crack because this month on Multiple Choice Maelstrom, speaking of Nicolas Cage.
Hey!
There you go. Good
It's good.
segue that I gave you.
Smash that
Thank
one.
you. 40 questions. Half of them going to be at Nicolas Cage. half of them are going to be about Francis Ford Coppola and the rest of the family. So
Nice.
Talia Shire or them lot. Jason Mandukic, not Mandukic, Schwartzman, Jason Schwartzman.
Schwartzman.
All right. No, I think that was a solid pick from Ryan with the Family Man. I don't know if the rest of the panel agrees, but I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you on that one. Tony, over to you.
Okay, I'm now trying to think who do I pander to first? Do I pander to Christina, to Peggy, or to Jake Meltzer?
Go, Christina.
I know exactly what that third one is. I know exactly what that third one is.
I say go, Christina.
Now I'm going to pander to you because I've already got it up, and this one I'm annoyed at by so low. So this is one of the greatest rom-coms of the 2010s. It came out in 2010. Jay Baruchel proved that he's one of the finest rom-com actors going today, and I don't know how in the hell people do not love this film as much as I do. She's Out of My League is phenomenal.
Oh, yes.
Great.
Yes.
Wow.
That is a great rom-com. It is. It's so underrated.
Up here, over
It
there.
is.
It's out of screenshot, I think. Yeah.
She's out of your
this
screenshot.
movie. No, the DVD on my wall.
That movie is so good. Alice Eve. Woo!
Yes.
TJ Miller's fantastic in it.
Freaking Eve, man.
As
She
Dana.
makes that movie.
What's her name? Why am I blanking on it? Ritter. Kristen Ritter is the best
Kristen
friend.
Ritter is in this as the BFF of Alice Eve's character. The whole cast in this movie is hilarious. And I'm not a big fan of certain actors in this movie, but this movie where they're in it to win it, and they do a really good job of it. So my hat's off to that pick, man. She's Out of My League. Oh,
I love that film. It's extremely underrated.
It's
I
so funny.
cannot remember what's the city that nobody wants to go to from now on. Branson. I feel sorry for that city. 'Cause it made me feel like that is the worst city ever. But the
God, Marnie's so terrible.
Alice Eve, man.
that film is great. That film is very good.
Yes, have you never seen
it? A lot better than it ought to have been. And I love it.
Definitely better than some rom-coms out there. What was the numbers on that, Tony? The Rotten Tomato?
This only had, where is it? She's Out My League at 58%.
Yes.
Wow. Those numbers should be higher, man.
It's fantastic. The James Morrison song "Undiscovered" that closed the movie. That's a fantastic song if you've never heard it. But yeah, I love TJ Moore as his band Adult Education. The Hall & Oates cover band is playing.
Jay Baruchel motions over to him and says, "Hey, we're gonna be playing more songs for you. Anything other than Hall & Oates?" And TJ Miller's like, "No, Hall & Oates only."
But
yeah,
I love that.
That's what I left field, but I like it.
That's a good pick.
That's a really good pick.
And Alice Eve is quite beautiful in that movie.
Yeah, we got it.
I mean, I can't help it. Yeah, if you want me to admit it, Peggy, I'll admit it right now. She's one of my celebrity crushes, hands down.
She's one of the most beautiful people walking this planet, but you don't need to say it 20 times.
Yes. And guess what? She's out of all of our leagues.
Yeah.
She's out of everybody's league.
Indeed. Tony.
I think I'll go with round 3 before we end up with a murder. So Anthony went first. He went with Army of Darkness. He went second with Brown Sugar. Alan went with Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Ryan went with Family Man, and I went with She's Out of My League.
And then back over to Tony. What you got for your?
I just need to quickly bring up this comment.
That makes me feel good. Thank you, baby. That makes me feel good.
And also, just quickly, because I saw someone in the comments when Alan made his pick of just like, what the fuck am I watching? So this show is, we take a random movie topic and we draft it fancy style. So this week, we are doing anything 50's got either 51% to 75% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And this is Alan. He
does.
And if you want a glimpse into Alan's personality, go watch 0 through 25 and then 26 through 50.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they're the same panel. All right, Tony. I'd say get back on the rails, but I think the whales are a dot in the horizon behind us. But it's your turn. So.
It's my turn.
Rails? Okay. There are no rails.
All right, I'm going to go for...
Where we're going, we don't need rails.
Yeah.
You know, it's ironic that you say that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you are going that route.
Oh, he is.
Because, for some reason,
Okay.
This movie always gets a lot of hate because it's not the original. The original is one of the greatest films of all time. This one is still fantastic, and
Yes.
it just boggles my mind. But this one, when you think of this film, you think of this one because it has all the things that you remember. It has the tie-in shoes, it has the flying car, it has the hoverboards, it has everything you remember, especially when you're a child. Back to the Future 2 is one of the best sequels of all time. And the fact that, where the fuck is it? It's only got...
Too low. That's what it has.
66.
Too low, exactly.
66. It's not even got 69.
It was on my list, Tony.
So, but this is the pick that's catering to Christina.
Oh,
100%.
yes. Absolutely.
I got you. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
The only pick that is catered to Christina that does not star Chris Evans.
That's
Not any with Alan, Malcolm. Not any with Alan.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
True. Tony, this is a fantastic pick because agreed. This is one of the best sequels. I absolutely love it. Of the trilogy, this is the one I watched the most.
Wow.
I absolutely think it's fun, front to back. It's got it just does more things. It goes different places. It goes crazy places. It's one of the few. As soon as I saw Endgame, I went, "Oh, they're gonna Back to the Future 2 this motherfucker, aren't they?" And they did. So,
and then we find out you told us everything about Back to the Future was all bullshit.
Right?
exactly. Die Hard.
It's
No.
just, it's a great film. You get to see all the versions of Biff that you could possibly love.
Yeah.
It's just, I love it, man. It's great.
This is my favorite Back to the Future.
Wow.
Make like
Hey,
a breathe
man.
and leave. You sound like a damn fool when you say it like that.
Exactly.
Will you shut up about the car?
Would you shut up about the car?
Dude, you're supposed to be in Switzerland, you little son of a bitch. I'm sorry. Did you get kicked out of another boarding school?
Did you become the physical type?
You
probably knew too.
What was that comment about rails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's no real.
This
I was
is
going to say,
the
give her
year
a long. The whole movie.
2015.
Where'd you learn how to shoot like that? 7-Eleven.
I think this is a good
Come
point.
on now.
I think it's a case where everyone can understand that Back to the Future, the original, is the best film. It's one of the best screenplays of all time. It's wonderfully well acted. Everything like that is great. But everyone, when they're honest about it, they like Back to the Future 2 more. Like I know Jonathan Carroll mentioned Back to the Future 3 being his favorite. Like as someone that loves westerns, there's some great stuff in that, but the futuristic stuff just like
I like 1, 2, 3 just down the line. Like I remember being a kid being fascinated that they were showing scenes of like Michael J. Fox, watching Michael J. Fox in the first one. I was like, mine was blown at the time.
Talk about deja vu.
Hey, I see what you're doing.
That's next line.
Nice.
Part 2.
Nice.
Way better than 2.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
Doc, he doesn't have the book. I blew it.
Peggy, keep us going. Keep us going.
20 minutes later, after
Keep us going.
Tony, solid
Stay in
pick.
this one.
Ryan, over to you, sir, for your 4th round pick. What you got?
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, movies that have 75%. Okay, sorry. I thought we were doing a Back to the Future marathon.
Almost.
Sorry.
Pretty close.
We could reenact the whole damn thing.
I did a rewatch of this movie recently because it's been a hot minute. I wanted to give it another rewatch, see if it still holds up, and I think it does. And we lost a really good person last year, and it's unfortunate that we did. But you know what? This person had a good run. This person had a really good run. So I'll give credit where credit's due. Yeah, it's the same version of another movie, just in a different environment with different characters, whatever. I don't care. I still think it's a solid film. It's a solid drama. And it's Sean Connery. And to me, it's my favorite Sean Connery performance, respectively. It's my favorite Sean Connery performance. Yes, I love Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but this one, he really delves deep. He goes deep, and it's real good. I'm going with 2000's Finding Forrester.
Nice!
Yes. Finding Forrester with Sean Connery, newcomer Rob Brown. You got Busta Rhymes is in there as his brother. You got F. Murray Abraham as the teacher/villain. You got a young rogue, a.k.a. Anna Paquin, as a potential love interest for Rob Brown's character.
That's right. Shit,
Yeah.
that's Anna
I mean,
Paquin.
you got a well-stacked cast being led by Sean Connery. And Finding Forrester, I think, tells a really good story. You can get some good life lessons out of it. It's really good to a certain degree. I not a whole lot, but I can someone relate to some of the obstacles that the main character faces in the movie, just a few. But even so, it's a really solid drama, and to me, it's the best Sean Connery performance he's ever given for me. I can't help it, and it's got a 74% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. 74%.
No, it's a
So
really
yeah,
good
I'm
movie.
going Finding Forrester.
I love it. You get a spoiler alert. It's old enough now. You get a Matt Damon cameo at the very end, which was a nice little touch because it's Gus Van Sant.
Yep.
No, this is a solid pick. I dig it. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, I was going to say Michael Pitt's in it, who I used to think was the poor man's Leonardo DiCaprio. Whenever they couldn't find Leo, they would put Mike Pitt into that role. Just kind of look a little bit like.
It's kind of true.
But that's something
true.
But no,
it's legitimately a good movie, but I rewatched it last year for FPTL for sports for a basketball film one, and as good as it is, it's a little boring. It's a little, that doesn't make it bad. I enjoyed the film, but watching, I was like, man, I thought more happened.
Yeah, it's a little slower paced.
It's a little slow, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie to watch. I highly agree with this pick. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, the two versions of the story, I mean, still, Good Will Hunting's the better of the two, because Finding Forrester's pretty much the same story, but at the same time, it's still a good movie all its own.
Well, I just like the fact that knowing this movie helped me win a Full Metal Classic match. So
Oh, really? Wow.
It'll forever hold a spot in my heart because I knew who Rob Brown was.
That's awesome. And rest in peace, Sean Connery.
And it will forever. I'll just like it because it helped you.
I think I wrote that one. Peggy.
You did.
Yeah. That was your category. All right. So, yeah. Finding Forrester goes on to Ryan's squad.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. And then we move over to Alan.
Yes.
Alan's pick.
All right.
I'm bracing myself. What you got?
Well, it's not. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Because a lot of people might have forgotten this movie existed, and it's my favorite Jodie Hill film. It's my favorite Seth Rogen film. It is a really, really ridiculous comedy that I just love and cannot stop laughing from beginning to end the whole time. It is Observe and Report.
Oh.
I know this movie.
Love this movie a lot. Anna Faris is absolutely insanely ridiculous in this movie. Michael Pena, oh my God, I love his character from beginning to end. Just absolutely beautiful. And it's just a good, stupid, ridiculous film that just makes me laugh all the time. Danny McBride's one scene is fantastic. And Ray Liotta, just seeing Ray Liotta go crazy. I love this movie.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Oh, this one caught me very, very off guard. Because you go,
oh yes,
you watch
it does.
Like, oh, this is going to be a fun comedy, and then it's just like, holy crap, this is dark.
It's dark.
Really dark.
It's dark. It's really dark.
Not feeling this one. I'm with you on Poultrygeist, but Observer Report on that.
It's really a dark comedy, but I think it's just a great character study on it. Just a complete pathetic individual that just makes me laugh the whole time. I absolutely love this movie so much.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
The sex scene between Seth Rogen and Anna Faris is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
I've heard of this movie. I saw the trailer for this movie, but I have not seen it.
Oh,
I feel like
it makes me cry.
I have like 4 Seth Rogen films on my list. Observe and Report's not one of them.
Yeah,
It's not one of them.
You're not missing out.
It's not one of them.
And I'll be honest with you, it's probably one that he probably wants to forget as well.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not one of them.
Oh,
that's a.
we can always count on you for the curveballs. So.
There we go. Oh yeah, Peggy, don't watch it. I agree with Aaron. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Good tip. All right. So Alan takes Observe and Report. Rue, you're fourth.
All right, Aaron, you may be a little disappointed. I feel like this is a curveball, but it's not the hugest of curveballs. Maybe just for me. This is another film that has probably one of the greatest rappers of all time in it. It has Chiwetel Ejiofor as one of the baddest badasses I've ever seen. And it is, I'm thinking, it's probably my second favorite Mark Wahlberg film of all time. And it's another one of Tyrese just playing Tyrese.
Tyrese?
Oh, he's gross.
Four Brothers.
Yeah.
I think that film is Four Brothers. I think that film is completely underrated. Also, it's a great family film. It's a great action film. It's a great revenge film. And another reason I think about it is because this is basically me and my boys. Like, my friend Easy is Mark Wahlberg's character. I'm Andre 3000, the one who's supposed to be mature. My boy Antonio is Tyrese. Actually, Kenny would be Tyrese because he's just popping off in the mouth of some shit. And our friend Jacob is just the young one who's like, what are you doing, fam? But we got you anyway. Four Brothers is great. I love it to death. Good. There we go. And Mark Wahlberg can be the Boston asshole, but be likable at it. So.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this one, but I remember liking it when I saw it. But I love movies where you can sit there and you can be like, okay, that's my friend, that person, and that person. Yeah, I love movies like that. So, anybody else have this on their list?
Haven't seen this movie in a long time. It's been forever since I've seen
I don't
this
think
movie.
it was coming up in the next two, but it was there if some of my other ones were taken. But
I haven't seen it in, like,
it is
forever.
really it's a really good movie.
It's a
I
really good
enjoy watching it. It's been a little bit, but when I saw it on the list, I was like, oh, Four Brothers. I remember this one. Like that one. Like everything Bruce said is accurate. It just really has all those little bits and pieces to it that add to one really good movie with the revenge and the action and all that going on. It is solid.
Which family member in the movie gets murdered? Is it the grandmother or the mother?
It's the foster mother.
Oh, the foster mother. That gets
foster
murdered.
mother.
Okay. And
She's
they want
basically a
revenge.
foster mother for the entire community. And I will do this, and I will only mention it once. But since you brought up Alice Eve, Sofia Vergara.
Oh, yep.
There we
yes,
go.
sir.
Oh, she's in that.
Yes.
Wow.
And another breaking news: water is wet. People in the air.
Exactly.
That's true. I like what you guys said, you Peggy, especially that. Yeah, growing up, all these characters were somebody that I knew growing up with. I think that's a good connective tissue with that film. And what it does really, really well is it makes it relatable. I like it a lot. I didn't have it on mine, but yeah, it's a really good solid pick there, Rue.
I concur.
This film makes me miss that John Singleton really didn't have much to do in the mid 2000s, because like it feels like if he went down this alley more of doing movies like Four Brothers, he would have done so much great stuff. I just feel like he just had a bit of a curve from Boys in the Hood to them Four Brothers. Like you have that Too Fast Too Furious in there, just like no one wants that. Just go back to doing Four Brothers. You could have kept doing that, mate.
You don't like Too Fast Too Furious?
No, I love Too Fast and Furious. Love that movie.
It's one of my least favorite of that franchise.
Pockets ain't empty, cuz.
I understood that reference. The Blu-ray Steelbook of Too Fast, Too Furious, Rue.
Whoa!
Yeah, of the first three, actually. The first one, the second, and then Tokyo Drift.
No, that's bad.
No, it's not, Anthony. Tokyo Drift is awesome.
It's enjoyable.
All right, before we go down on Fast and Furious tangent, Anthony, over to you for your fourth pick.
I have so many movies left on my list to pick
Yes,
from.
you do.
It's very difficult, but as some people are trying to do, I'm going to try to change it up, and I'm going to put a little bit from every genre in there. So this one, I'm going to pander a little bit to Peggy, and I'm going to pick.
I like that.
I watched this over the summer. Christina keeps saying this is the second time I saw it, but I'm pretty sure it was the first because I don't remember anything. But I love the movie. It's a really good romance, rom-com type movie, which you get Rachel McAdams in a time travel movie because I love About Time. About Time is a wonderful movie.
Yes.
How is this rated that low?
I know, that's shocking.
That
One of these movies I have to see.
Okay.
And I mean, it's very heartwarming. It's a great movie. The father-son dynamic is great. They don't do the time travel too much where it just overtakes the movie. They do it just right. And like the father-son relationship, the brother-sister relationship, all the relationships in our movie are fantastic. And all of that is great. I wanted to make sure that I got one of these in here. So About Time is going to be my pick.
No, okay. I take back if I didn't go through the whole list because I would have had like my honorable mentions if I had a chance to. But I don't know if I would. I'd probably pick About Time a little bit over Coming to America because I love it that much. It's so
I haven't seen About Time.
And it's a high compliment because I love Coming to America.
I didn't even know it was there. If I would have seen it, it would have been on my list. About Time can be argued as I've seen it one time, and I already know it can be argued as the greatest rom-com to ever be created.
Wow,
that good.
That's good.
Jeez, it's really beautiful. Every performance is fantastic.
Knocked it out.
Every performance is fantastic. I didn't even think about this because I thought it would be at least 80s, 90s percentiles.
Right?
I mean, this is just a fantastic movie, top to bottom.
Man.
So let me
go ahead, Tony. I'll tell you.
Let me tell you why this got picked the first 2 rounds. It's because when every one of these fuckers didn't pick it first round, I went, "Oh, that's gonna be safe. I can have that for the very last pick."
There's the
you're all idiots. The best film on this list is About Time.
And snatch it in the
I have
board.
no idea. I haven't seen it yet.
I think one reason I have not seen it again is because I probably bawled my eyes out or tried to hold back the most out of any film I've ever seen. This is no more. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy that I was watching it outside in the dark, so Christina couldn't see me like just well enough. I'm like, no, I'm not crying.
Well, Amaru,
Amaru,
in the words of Marty, whoa, this is heavy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this movie makes you cry on every level.
Yeah,
tears of joy, tears of love and romance, tears of sadness. It's a great film.
And gentlemen out there, it's okay to cry. You don't need to be like Bill Burr, like push it down. Don't feel feelings. Like,
Push it down.
I think you're more of a man if you do cry at movies.
Oh, there's a movie I watched like 2 weeks ago. I straight up bawled. Christina was like, "You good? Nope, not okay."
Nope, not at all.
And of course, our Lord and Savior Richard Curtis.
Of course. Yes, Tony does love him some. Richard
He loves him some Curtis.
Oh,
this is very true. Rory's coming in to say hi.
Mhm.
All right,
Great
well,
way to close out round 4.
whilst Rory's taking attention from Peggy, I'll go and do round 4. I went first. Is she saying hi?
Come say hi to
There we
me.
are. There we are.
Say hi.
All right,
Cutie.
Hi, Rory.
My cute baby girl.
All right, so I went first this round. I went with Back to the Future Part 2. Ryan went with Finding Forrester. Alan went with Observing Report. Rue went with Four Brothers. And Anthony went with
Anthony, who's already run the vote.
Yeah,
right. Just won again.
Easily.
We now come to the final round.
Yep. So you can pretty much go anywhere, Anthony, anywhere you want to.
That's probably true. All right, I have a ton of movies left on my list, and some I really want to put above this, but this is a movie that I actually just mentioned on a podcast I did with that you'll see coming up about one movie that makes me happy all the time, and I can watch it over and over again. I have a lot of movies on here, but I don't have more of the family movie, I don't really think. So I'm going to go with one of my favorite family movies that I can watch over and over again. And Jake, this is going to make you a little happy for a second and then sad immediately after because Tim Curry is in it. But I'm going to go with Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh, man.
It's fantastic. It is one of the best Muppet movies there is.
Agreed.
Tim Curry is great in this movie, just kind of doing his Tim Curry thing, just playing with all the Muppets. And when you watch him, it doesn't look like he's acting. He doesn't do the Michael Caine in Christmas Carol where he does it super serious. He plays like he's talking to Muppets, and it's great. And it's a good movie. Jim Hawkins is a bit annoying, but all the characters, the Muppet characters, are awesome in this. They're all funny. They're so good. Jake, calm down. I know what you want.
This man.
I got you with Army of Darkness, so I'm not worried about you.
Right.
That was on my list, man. That was on my list. Good pick. 70% for Muppet Treasure Island.
Love Muppet Treasure Island.
It's a good one.
I had to go out of the box a little bit with one. I can't just pull a full blockbuster.
It's all good. Tim Curry's great in that movie.
He's great in this.
It's my least favorite Muppet film.
What?
Wow.
It is my least favorite Muppet film. Only because of that kid and that song at the beginning. I can't take it.
Yeah.
So when me and the kids do watch it, we fast forward through it.
Yeah.
So we fast forward through that part. But yeah, other than that, it's a fantastic film. And I love Gonzo in this damn thing.
What about Billy Connolly in the very beginning? It's Billy.
Yeah.
It's Billy Boys. I'm going to wait to my room.
It is not.
It's my least favorite though of the Muppet films because nothing beats the original, and then the Great Muppet Caper, which is a perfect Muppet film.
Yeah, baby.
But Good choice. I'm glad you gave the Muppets some love because they deserve it.
Yes.
They don't deserve any more love in this community. It's always brought up. I'm sick of the damn
Dude,
Muppets.
the Muppets are a treasure. They
I
are.
don't hear the Muppets brought up at all. I
hear it all the time.
I just enjoy the movie.
Amaru, who hurt you, man? The Muppets are awesome.
No,
Right?
I'm not
Who hurt
saying
you?
that they're bad.
Show me on the Muppet.
This is the Muppet movie I actually remember watching, and I know I enjoyed the film when I saw it, but I am sick of these damn Muppets. That's it.
No.
I'm just sick of them.
Sick of these motherfuckers.
I have 20 other movies.
Dude, in another week and a half, the entire series of The Muppet Show is going to drop on Disney+. That's your seatbelts, boys.
Yep.
But with me, with the Muppet Treasure Island, it just feels like that's a low dip in a very high bar. Like you got Muppets Christmas Carol, the rest of them. It's just like Treasure Island just is on that, like, as Alan mentioned.
I can understand that.
Caper, it just feels that one is just a step below.
I can
It's
get
like,
that.
That's the Muppets in space. That's on the Muppet in space level rather than.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Alan,
I love me some Muppets
Alan,
in space.
stealing that baseball diamond? Come on, man.
Right? Come on now, Happiness Hotel. Get on that shit.
Let's spare Rue all the Muppet talk and then move over to Rue's final pick. Rue, what you got?
All right, I have 11 other movies on my list, all of them I have mentioned in one form or another. So I'm going with the one I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk. Nobody's ever heard me talk about. I've done an underrated rom-com, an underrated Denzel movie, a rom-com, a black film. So many people have not seen it in this community. So that's why I bring it to y'all. Underrated Mark Wahlberg film. And now I'm going with a very underrated pure action film, slightly horror. I think it has one of the most badass action scenes ever. I can't remember the line Vin Diesel says.
Nice.
Slices an alien up and says a very short line, and me and my brother saw that and rewound it like again and again, and it was just so badass. Pitch Black.
Yeah.
Pitch Black.
Yeah.
It is very good, and I think it is Vin Diesel at his most badass. I need to go find that scene. I need to remember that line because I heard that for the first time, and I was like, oh damn. Run that back, please.
Yep.
It's a great action film. A little bit of horror in there. I love it.
Great. Beautiful choice. I love it. When we go to the later, if I want to steal one from somebody, I'm stealing this one from you. I love this movie. It is excellent. It is a perfect monster film. It's very, very unique in the way it's filmed. It's fascinating. All of the sequels suck ass compared to it. So don't worry about watching the other one.
I like Chronicles of Riddick, but Pitch Black is the best.
No, Pitch Black is way better. It's fantastic. It's a great film. Yeah.
Only one I've ever seen is Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, no, Pitch Black is a lot of fun, and
I have not seen Pitch Black.
It's great, and then it just went with the two sequels. It's bad.
Yep. And the animated thing.
I've been watching that.
Wow. Okay.
No, there's an animated thing.
I have not seen this one.
But it was a long time ago. But I just started describing it. I'm like, the one where you can't see shit. Okay, yeah. It's been a while though. Not
It's almost
gonna
like
lie.
In Total Darkness, or
Oh my god. That
Dude,
is
you did there.
bad. No, Tony, no.
Oh my
Not
god.
a show unless Tony gets a really terrible joke in there.
Yeah.
All right, so Rue closes out his team with Pitch Black. Alan, how will you be closing out yours?
Well, I like what Anthony was saying about picking something from every genre. And actually, Anthony, you made me a little nervous because you started talking about family films and films that make you happy and films that you watch a million times and it always makes you happy. And this film is that for me. I saw this in 2 days, 4 times in the theaters, and I absolutely fell in love with this movie. And that is the first SpongeBob SquarePants film.
What?
That just went
No.
What the crap is going
I
on?
love this movie, top to bottom, endlessly smile on my face the whole time, singing the Goofy Goober song. I recently introduced this to my kids, and my son fell in love with it as much as I have, so we constantly quote it all day, every day. SpongeBob SquarePants movie, boom! Yeah.
I gotta say, I did not see this coming.
No, not at all.
I thought you were going in a certain route, but I didn't think it was going that.
both Anthony and you, I thought were going somewhere else with a family classic, and it just went that way, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
There you go.
Alan,
I mean, Plankton in this film is absolutely just brilliant. I just love everything about this. Scarlett Johansson is in this film.
She is.
She is Queen Neptune's daughter. Oh my God! When Patrick flies through the air, lands, and goes, "Did you see my butt?" I cannot stop crying myself to sleep. It's great.
Alan, I prefaced that I absolutely adore you, so please don't like me less for saying this. But I have never seen one thing SpongeBob SquarePants ever.
It's awful. It's
Either
awful.
of
Then
us.
just see this movie.
Okay.
The show is great, but just see this movie. It is, without a doubt, absolutely brilliant. The "Now That We're Men" song, when they put on fake mustaches of seaweed, it's so beautiful. I just love it. Alec Baldwin is in this film as a sea cucumber who is hunting them down to kill them. They ride on David Hasselhoff like a dolphin. It's just amazing.
I'm dying inside right now. I'm actually.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Like, I was really excited. I was really excited for this thing. I was like, this is going to be a fun family film that I may never have heard of. And then
I don't know if I can talk to Alan for a while after this.
Hey, gotta love what you gotta love, baby. Gotta love what you gotta love.
I'll
Exactly,
say.
Alan. I'm with you.
Yo.
But yes. All right. So Alan closes out his team with SpongeBob.
Wow.
Probably the most. Yeah, that's probably the most eclectic group of five on the board. That's for
I'll
sure.
give you that.
Ryan, what are you going with for your?
All right, we've explored different genres with my list, respectively. We've gone comic books, we've gone action comedy, we've done drama, all that stuff. But you know what? We're gonna end this on a high note. We're gonna end this with a big smile on everyone's face because I just rewatched this film a few weeks ago, even though I should have rewatched it when it actually celebrated its anniversary, respectively, back in November. But I missed it. Sorry to the executives back there. But I caught up on it and I rewatched it. And I got to tell you, the entire time of this movie, the smile never left my face. I had so much fun watching this, and I think it's certainly one of the best Disney animated films ever made. I think it's one of the best sequels ever made.
Oh, you
period. Great pick.
One of the best sequels. And honestly, if it was just a movie about the villain and his, Joanna, if it was about McLeach and Joanna, I could watch an hour-and-a-half movie just about them because it's hilarious. Okay. But you got Miss Bianca, you got Bernard, you got the Albatross voiced by the late great John Candy. Hey, rest in peace, good sir. Yeah. I'm going The Rescuers Down Under. That's right. Yes, the best,
good.
One of the all-time best sequels ever made. It is 1,000 times better than the original film, in my humble professional opinion. And it's endlessly rewatchable. You'll have a giant smile on your face the entire time. The visuals in this movie alone are drop dead gorgeous. I mean, seeing how the Australian outback looks, Disney style, it is so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, The Rescuers Down Under. If you have not seen it, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, watch this thing. You will love it to pieces. That's how I'm going to end this list, with a happy ending and a Disney movie, no less. Let's work that magic, folks.
It's probably been
nice.
2 decades.
There you go. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. My numbers have gone up tremendously. I appreciate you.
I saw The Rescuers for the first time last summer. It's another one of I might have seen Rescuers Down Under as a kid, but don't remember it at all. So I'm going to say I've never seen this.
I love this movie. I enjoy it more than the original. The original's very good too. Like, they are pretty close to neck and neck, but I like The Rescuers Down Under just a little bit more. I mean, this is the best Disney sequel.
It's great.
And McLeach and Joanna as the main villains are fantastic. I cannot get enough of Joanna. Joanna is incredible.
Joanna is a fantastic character. Also, fuck you. I now need to change your 5-point question.
Oh, sorry. I apologize to the executives who are writing questions for future matches.
Yeah, Tony, based on your reaction, it looked like you might have almost been looking to pick this one.
I was.
I
was.
It has a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. 70%.
It's ridiculous.
I watched this for the first time last week because I try and do one film from every thing I have for the challenge, and so did this for my Disney one, and it's just like I've heard people people like bag on this because it's not the Disney Renaissance film that everyone thinks of. You're not Little Mermaid, it's not Aladdin, it's not Beauty and the Beast. But damn it should be up there.
It's part of the Renaissance.
Should be.
It's
really
part of the
good.
Renaissance, but it's always the one that everyone doesn't talk about. But damn it, it's like it's beautifully well done. It's the first all animated computer stuff that they did, and it's just amazingly beautifully done. It's just like, why is this not talking about more?
And John Candy as Wilbur is good too.
Don't forget John Candy.
He mentioned it.
Yep.
He mentioned
Wilbur,
it.
Rest in peace, John Candy. We miss you.
Wilbur is better than Nova.
5'9", you did
Yep.
it. Sorry. different
Wilbur's great. Good soundtrack in the movie too. There's a few songs they throw in there where he's playing with the boombox. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right.
Good choice, brother.
Good pick.
Gotta end it on a happy note, man.
That's a good note to end it on.
Yeah, Ryan's team is complete. Tony,
Yep, it is.
over to you to close out your team and thus the episode. What you got?
Oh, son of a bitch, I got 55 remaining.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
have so many left.
You said 55 candidates? Jeez.
I have 55 candidates.
A lot.
Which one's
And I've
jumping out?
been going through deleting ones that I've not. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say one's got to be jumping out at you.
One is jumping out at me,
Do it.
and I'm gonna go for it because it should have been picked. No, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna talk about a film that I don't think anybody in this community knows because it's a movie about a British drag queen.
Wait.
What is this?
Go ahead. I think I might know what you're talking about.
You might know this. It's a film, Chitwell Ejiofor.
Yep.
It's fantastic. This is the film that really made him, especially over here, and it's just this wonderfully well done story of just like in the spirit of Full Monty, in the spirit of all these British films that came out in that time period. Kinky Boots.
Yeah.
yeah.
Boots.
I don't think I've heard of this.
Based off a play.
Yeah, I've
I
heard of
don't
the
think I've
play. I
heard of
didn't
it.
know it was made into a movie.
It's
believe
really
What the hell
good.
have I been?
I believe
It's
it was
really
a
good.
movie first, and then they made an adaptation.
Is
of
that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, there was a play, then there was the movie, then they made a kind of pseudo musical out of based off more of the movie.
Chiwetel is amazing in this film.
Fantastic.
I never remember the dude's name because he reminds me of like 5 other actors, but the dude's from Warrior.
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton,
Joel
thank
Edgerton.
you. It's a fucking delight. It is.
Yeah.
It is a delight of a fucking movie.
Yeah, I only know about Billy Porter playing the role on Broadway. I'm way late to the game.
I haven't seen this.
It's a really good watch. Like it very much is a case of Billy Elliot came out. Oh, what can we do? Also, that's in the same spirit, but it works so perfectly.
It's really good. Good choice there,
Yeah.
Tony.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it, which is why I gave you a question mark at the end.
I love how you're writing out everyone's trajectory. It's gone through all 5 rounds.
I'm
of the
actually
game, and I'm
enjoying
like,
this, and I'm going to start doing this more often.
It would definitely go down because Back to the Future was his pick before, but it's
Yeah.
not a bad. It's
I
just
would
a,
like to do
It's just a different.
yeah.
it's great. It's a great film.
I would put it down so I can make the question mark.
I'm just glad my trajectory went up at the end. I'm like, all right, I saved myself some points. Maybe I'll get some votes on the poll after all.
Well, in order to see how you're going to do that, we're going to recap what the teams look like all put together. Tony, I was going to break down on the poll later. That sounded
Absolutely.
weird. That just, yeah.
That did sound a little
What's going on back there?
know.
Backstage in
No.
the Peggy studio?
You working
No
out the
idea.
trivia? You working out something else too?
It's
All
been a
right.
long few days. My brain is not working functionally right now.
It's been a long few days, and it's only Wednesday.
Right?
Okay, well, before we start talking about polls, I'm going to first do Opening Day. The second group was Con Air, Army of Darkness was third, About Time fourth, and Muppet Treasure Island was fifth. Rue
Good
second. We
Disney
went In and
pick,
Out,
Anthony.
Deja Vu, Brown Sugar, Four Brothers, and Pitch Black. Alan went Coming to America, Blade. Told you guys, Night of the Chicken Dead.
Wow.
It took such a dive.
Alan, you have derailed.
I just love the fact that he picked that as his third round pick.
Somebody might get it. Someone might.
Right? Somebody might take it.
Can't
Come on
wait.
now.
Observe and Report and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Ryan went penultimate picks. He went with Batman 89, Die Hard with a Vengeance, The Family Man, Finding Forrester, and The Rescuers Down Under. And I went with A Knight's Tale, one of the greatest 80s films of all time, Tenor and Hooch. She's Out of My League, Back to the Future 2, and Kinky Boots.
There's a lot of stuff we left on the board. Alan brought this up earlier. We haven't done this in a while. The whole, if you could steal one pick off of somebody else's team, who would you pick? because I miss us doing that. We got to bring that back. So while we're gonna do that, everyone in the chat, write down what you think we missed if you are familiar with what movies are on Rotten Tomatoes in those
percentiles
and that range.
Percentile. Thank you. I told you my brain's not functioning anymore. I can't formulate words.
I mean, it's also not a show if Peggy doesn't say something that can be strewn another way.
That's
She says a lot of things that could be taken in different lights. Another way.
All right. Anyways,
I knew Jake was gonna be pissed.
Tony, if you can bring back the list of everyone's team, we'll go just around the horn. Ryan, we'll start with you. We'll just go down. Actually, with Tony, we'll start with you and then go down the list. Tony, who would you steal from somebody else's?
Okay, so it's got to be about time. Like,
Yeah,
legitimately, my whole plan was that if it didn't go in the first 2 rounds, I'm going to get it for the final pick. Like,
sorry, Tony.
Shouldn't have waited on it. All right, Ryan, what would you steal?
For me, if I had to take one of these picks, personally, I go with the Denzel. I go with Training Day.
Nice.
You love it, Kylie. You love it.
Yeah,
you love it, Kylie.
Hilarious.
Anthony, since you can't pick about time.
I mean, probably Poultrygeist.
Yes. Yes.
In honest one, I would probably, I don't know. I think A Knight's Tale. I might try to steal because I really and it has Alan Tudyk. I love Alan Tudyk.
That's cool.
Mark Addy's in it. Yeah.
I'm Pitch Black. Hell yes, Pitch Black. I love that damn movie. That's one of my favorite monster films, and my definite favorite Vin Diesel film.
And then
keeping with, since I'm going with the underrated ones and unseen ones, I got a bunch I would take from people, but Kinky Boots. Kinky Boots fits what I'm doing. I love that film.
Nice. And then we'll start with Rue and go around. What are some that just missed out on being on your squad? We'll just go back.
All right, I got a lot. Hopefully other people will mention other ones. I'll go with, the ones that are a little less known out of the ones. Rise of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Boom, yes!
Dude, that's one of my favorite Zack Snyder movies.
Wow.
I know Alan knows this one. I don't know how many other people, but one of the best Spike Lee joints ever in School Days.
Yes.
And then 2 more. I'm going to go 3 more. I love Maverick.
Yes! Jodie Foster. Yeah.
Count of Monte Cristo with
Jim Caviezel.
That film. And another one that almost made it. Yes, Jake, there we go. Almost made it. But I decided, I feel like I've talked about it before. Very underrated. Keith Sutherland is creepy as hell. Phone Booth.
Yeah.
Phone Booth.
I thought Phone Booth existed.
Yes, it does.
I love Phone Booth.
Dude, that's Joel Schumacher film.
Man. Yeah. Kiefer Sutherland. Oh,
yeah. When you say creepy Keith Sutherland, there's many that there could be, but
the last time of Keith.
The Lost Boys. No, he's not creepy in that at all.
Or what's the one where it's like Little Red Riding Hood with him and Reese Witherspoon? What's the name of it? I forget. But he's creepy as hell on that one. So.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about, Alan. All right, Alan, yours. What's a few that missed out on being your squad?
Oh man, I was gonna say Guardians. I love that movie, The Legend of the Guardians. But I'm gonna go Cats and Dogs. Going family films. Mystery Men.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Captain Amazing.
How come nobody picked The Rocketeer?
It's not as good as other comic movies.
No, not Rocketeer. Oh, my favorite George Miller film, other than the Mad Max one, is Babe, Pig in the City. I mean, it's brilliant. Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes, I had that on my
Adventures in
list.
Babysitting.
I had that on my list.
Come on now. And then some more obscure ones. I'm gonna go just to give people these titles in people's heads. Digging Up the Marrow, which is a really, really interesting film. You should check that out. And The Woman. It's really, really fantastic.
The Woman.
The Woman. All right. Anthony, what you got?
So many.
So many.
A sequel, Happy Death Day to You.
Oh man, I need to see both of those. I need to see both of those, man.
Fantastic. The Mummy, 1999's The Mummy.
Brendan, Jacoby would have loved you for life.
Obviously, I mean, I know Jake already said Clue, so that should be on there. But yes, that's Jake.
Mummy.
We're gonna go with Deep Blue Sea.
Hey,
one of the better shark movies that's ever been made.
That movie.
Best Samuel Jackson death film.
I have to say this because I'll say it right now. There's 2 other Nick Cage movies I would put on this list, and that's The Rock and Vampire's Kiss, because I got to put my Nick Cage out there. So.
Vampire's Kiss is so crazy. I love
Winners Go Home and Blank the Prom Queen. There you go.
I love The Rock.
The Rock is funny.
Give me
Stanley Goodspeed.
Just below comment.
But
Nice.
Welcome to Con Air.
Ryan.
Yeah. You can pick 5 picks, so I'll just name out 5 because I got like a list of like 50,000 on this thing. I gotta send someone from this squadron to Miramar. YouTube character going to Top Gun.
Wow, Top Gun was in there.
Top Gun. Top
Never
Gun,
seen it.
baby.
Cannot
Top
wait.
Gun.
Cannot wait for Maverick to come out.
Oh, dude, I've been waiting for Maverick since they dropped that first trailer like a year and a half ago. Oh my god.
Just
So
before,
Top Gun would have been on there.
Ryan.
Just we go. If anyone does watch Top Gun in the next couple of days, there is a podcast where you can listen to all about it. Digesting Cinema with Christina and Aaron. Facts
That's
available
true.
now at no available facts. They did the Top Gun for the 80s. This week, if you are interested, they did Ocean's 11 2000s, and it's had some wanker on it. Next week, they are doing 2010s for their long shot, and I believe they have someone on it. I'm not sure.
All right, but anyways, before Tony so rudely interrupted you, Ryan, continue.
No. It's all right. Hey, it's marketing, man. It's plugging. You gotta do them plugs, boy. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Top Gun, Fast and Furious 6. That's right, 6 with Crush herself, Gina Carano, before she was Cara Dune on Mandalorian.
Right.
Hello,
Cara Dune, that's right.
Kicking ass and taking names. What else did I have on here? Blue Crush, Peggy, you and I know about that one.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Blue Crush, you and I know about that one very well. Mission Impossible 3 with the best villain by Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman as the villain, best villain ever in a Mission Impossible film. Yeah, and then some guy who's now retired like 3 times from action movies now, but Taken was on there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love Taken.
Yeah, Taken. So yeah,
That's really low.
Those are if we're gonna go the more comedy route, I would have had Horrible Bosses on there.
All right.
And then Tony, a few of yours.
Yep. So a few of mine that. So I was trying to do ones that should have been higher. So in my opinion, one that I didn't want to say because it would give someone PTSD flashbacks, like it was a Notebook.
No.
Hey man, The Notebook's a good film.
I adore it. This is 40. It's my favorite Judd Apatow film. The Girl Next Door. It's a fantastic rom-com.
That's a good one.
It's one of my all-time faves.
Aladdin from 2019. I will always go to bat for it. It's a fantastic film. It's one of the
Also like that film.
94th North on 34th Street, Real Steel, Draft Day, and the one. And I was gonna Rocky 3. It's only got 63%, which is ridiculous. Since the third,
that is a darn good movie.
And the one that I was shocked that no one stole because Peggy did mention it. Molly and Me.
Oh, no.
Tony, how did you not? Tony, you just talked about it. I'm very surprised you didn't go Ocean's 13.
Yeah, I almost went Ocean's 13. Actually.
Yeah, I didn't want to do too many sequels, so I had Back to the Future instead.
Sure.
Also, yeah, I've got like 40 others that I could have picked. It's just like
Real Steel was on my list too, Tony.
All right, sorry to extend this, but the one that I thought Alan and Anthony were going to go to was Mrs. Doubtfire. I was ready to pick out
I was on there too. Rest in
it was
peace,
on my
Robin
list,
Williams.
but
I know Tony was waiting for me to go iRobot.
Yeah.
Oh man, there are way better Will Smith films than that one.
Yeah, but it's an Alan Tudyk film. That's
great.
There you go. That's the key.
I did not murder him. That's the best scene in that whole movie. That interrogation is only 5 minutes long.
All right. Excuse me. Let's go around and get you guys what you guys got to promote, social media handles that you want to throw out there, whatever you got to share with the people, and then we'll get you out of here. We'll start with Brian, and then we'll go around.
Sure, why not? Well, first of all, thank you for having me on again. This was a lot of fun being with you awesome people. Granted, I saw a lot of left field picks I never saw coming. Those are images that are going to keep me up tonight. But aside from that, you can find me and everything that we're doing at Neuroculture, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at It's Neuroculture. My interview series, which is going to be revealing its new title. We got tons and tons and tons of guests booked. New season debuts live Saturday, February 13th, 12 p.m. EST on Facebook and YouTube at It's Neuroculture. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/It's Neuroculture. Select which tier is right for you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And then Anthony, what you got going on?
I mean, obviously, you see me on here. I'm on Twitter, but I don't know how to use it. So I retweet things.
Wow.
And then also, the only other thing I have going on is I do have my own show on Opening Night Trivia League called Working Title, where you come on and pitch a movie based on a couple topics I give you. A lot of people have done it. Alan, I'm going to get you back on there soon. Vrew, Bye, Ryan. Rue crushed it the other day. Him and Jacoby had a great one. You should go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. Check it out. If you are ever interested, just hit me up because it requires no movie knowledge, just to have fun. And nobody wins anything but me saying, I liked yours better. But then that's it. So that's all that happened. After that, whatever.
Episode with Rue and Jacoby was fun the other day. I gotta admit, I think that was the best one yet. Alan, you got? I know you don't really have any shows or anything, but you got any social media handles for that or something? No?
Nah, just you can
Keep an
find
eye
me
out
all
for you.
around. You keep an eye out for me. I like to pop in and out everywhere I can, and I'm willing to be had. With my unorthodox choices. But I'm just excited to be here always because I love y'all.
Yeah, we love you too, buddy. And then Rue, you got anything going on?
Yeah, I guess so. We're on this thing. We'll be on there sometime this year. But other than that, you can find me at my name, Amaru Moses, Twitter, IG, and Facebook, and my millions of other handles. You saw me in the chat. One Gotta Stay will be back on Monday. I've been very tired this week, so I haven't created the video. I will hopefully get to it tonight and post it tonight. Either way, it should be back on Tony's show Sunday and FETL. Hopefully, I will not cause you to be blocked anywhere. And since I am writing for it now, check out Classic because you get to see my questions.
Oh,
Thursday Classics. Not Sunday.
I'm backing out.
Run.
And then Tony, what you got coming up here on the channel?
Yep. So, as we mentioned, Digest Cinema this week, 2000s with me talking about Ocean's 11. So please go like, subscribe. Tomorrow should be the debut of the Premier League, FPTL Premier League. If all podcast feeds, hopefully, pray to God, Anchor's been really weird with me. So if it's not available, then it will be available in the next couple of days. The first match is going to be Jay Burns versus Fran O'Regan. It's a really cracking match. Both of them did really awesome job in there. That's next Tuesday. Bat Major List with Dave Goodyear. The first episode starring that man over there, one over Anthony Tisdall. There's really fun 2 episodes. So every other Tuesday, Dave. Then the week after is Bill for Bill Cariola. And I should say, if anyone is interested in either playing FPTL, appearing on here, doing anything like being on Bill Dave show, please go to the Facebook page, sign up for everything. Everyone is more than welcome, unless you're a dick.
And then you find me at Peggy B Ball across all social media platforms. I'm doing a thing with Rue coming up a few weeks. I don't know. You can hear about that at some point. And then next Wednesday here on Fantasy Film Fights, we are drafting favorite movie couples. And March topics should be releasing sometime later this week, whenever me and Tony finally get around to doing it. But for myself, Anthony, Alan, Rue, Ryan, we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and please don't forget to vote.
That was awesome.
I thought it reeked.
Who's winning?
Let's see who wins.
You're gonna win.
Nothing personal. It's really gonna matter.
Tune in next week.
You see what happens?
Brand new.
Episode?
Fantasy film fight.
Doesn't matter who wins, because they're all losers.